the Duncan Pool over here. Over here in Porterville, loading up the truck with steel. I don't know when we'll take it in, but depending on the price. Nice, beautiful day today. It's a little warm. It's going to be getting in the 80s. Already feels like it. Didn't know I was having this on you, huh?
Oh, what are we doing? A video?
Yep.
I knew that. So yeah, we're doing some cleaning up around here. Debbie had quite the mess going on. Didn't you, Debbie?
Yes, I did.
So we're finding all kinds of goodies. Actually found the edge of my building. There's a Duncan Pool over here in Porterville. Got our cast iron and miscellaneous steel and a little pile there we dumped out. We got done. We're going through that with a magnet. Gonna make some room out here. Got a couple of these fiberglass gas tanks from vehicles gone by. I was always saving them to put fuel in, but I'm gonna get rid of them. Yeah, found a few different things. Some ramps in there and some copper wire buried in the grass, and trying to get things done. Got to start scraping some of this mess up, cleaning it up. Gonna get it all cleaned up. Don't know if I'm gonna paint it, but I sure am gonna clean it up before I put it back together. We've been loading some steel around here. And this barrel, plastic barrel, loading that up, I was about to get stuck in that sand. And this forklift gets stuck super easy. So I'm just going to back the truck up and get this up on higher ground. This was alright here before, but it's got crushed asphalt, but over here I got it dug up trying to break that tire down, and I got some stuff on here, some sinks, and that thing is heavy. That's filled with bathtubs broken to pieces, and this has got a little bit of everything in it, bolts, nuts, and pieces of steel. And so I usually just use a sizer and cut a couple holes in these with chains. I do the same thing with a barrel, but I use the torches, and this barrel I actually didn't do that for. That's going to go to the old building for just burning brush, but I had to ream them out so the chain would go through there. Move a couple things. I might even be able to walk that on by hand. So yesterday, we're still getting a few calls out every now and then. We don't run our ad no more. We may someday, but not right now. Picked up this forge, and there's the wheel to it. It goes through there and it rides on them teeth. We usually sell this kind of stuff. And some more metal. Some of that's going to go for scrap today. Probably is going to go in this load. Chains and some old steel wheels there. But I kind of showed this. This is heavy. I don't know if I can lift it with one hand or not. But this thing is goes through that wheel loader, and it's really cracked bad. And I talked to a couple people that do welding, and none of them really excited about doing it. There's a few more cracks like right into the casing there. He said it'd probably have to be all welded up, and then this part would have to be machined back down. One guy said probably at least 20 hours on it. So I'm looking for one. I'm chasing around on the computer, and I've called places in Florida. And so it's an Alice Chalmers 940. It's got a 2900 engine. Pretty unique. It's got the rings in this here for the seals. A lot of them don't have that. And they put them in combines, but they're different. So hopefully we can come up with something, because I sure don't want to pay to get this welded up. And I'm not that good of a welder. It's a lot of work if you get it in there and it cracks again. But I'm going to look for one. Hopefully I'll find one. Anybody's got a couple of them laying in the garage, I'd be willing to buy them. But yeah, anyway, I seen a couple of them on the computer where they got the whole engine. I don't really want to buy a whole engine. So this thing works pretty good for being finagled up with a gas engine, or you can switch back to gas. I got to get the exhaust fixed and maybe mess with the carburetor a little bit more, but it fires right up, and as long as I got gas in there, and actually that gas lasts quite a while. Lucky here, I got some metal shavings. I'll show you how cheap I am. Thrifty. Let's get in there with a magnet and get them. But there's a magnet. So I take this trimmer and I go around to the yard and clean up and dig out metal, and I like it for that kind of stuff. This tailgate wouldn't hold this thing if it had to. I just can move a couple things. I think I can wiggle it up in there. I would say there's probably a ton on there, at least right now. Maybe. Maybe not. A lot of that's pretty heavy stuff. Got a lot of stuff out in the backyard, but that's going to go in the rotors. Better money. Got a lot of stuff in the backyard, but I'm mainly worried about the front yard right now. Some of this will need to be cut down. Usually the yards around here want it 2 foot or 3 foot to get the heavy steel price. We call it short iron. So we just muscled that barrel out, and I'm like, actually I just muscled that barrel out, and I'm like, that thing is pretty heavy. Trying to get some stuff done. I'm going to try to get the baler moved outside. Got to just kind of clean this stuff out of the way. I'm going to try to get my loft up, but I might get some help to do that this winter. That way I can move a lot of this up and put my flight of stairs over there. Keep a lot of this out of the way. So yeah, there's junk and pool in Porterville. This had some good scrap in it. Got that loaded over there. Got this steel here I use to drive in and out with a forklift. It helps it a lot. Knock all this down. I'm going to move that. My plan is, I mentioned it before, but I don't know if I can move this loader back or not if I air the tire up. The one I just paid to get mounted is flat. Well, it's been 2 months sitting there, but I'm not going to worry about that until I get it going. Debbie's over here. She's hiding on me. Oh. She's over here going through this stuff with a magnet where we tip this thing here over. She's helping me today. That's why I got so much done. Yeah. That looks pretty good, Debbie. Is that one right there? Or is that, yeah, there's... Yep. And get rid of this pallet. That's all broke up. Oh, yeah, that'd be good to play with that, huh? Hey, Debbie, let's put this thing back on the computer. Yeah. See if we can unload that. There's some tools, and my back is about had it today. There's some tools. We'll get them sometime. We usually keep tools in the weeds all over. Yeah, anyway, the plan is to get this fuel oil drum here. Get it cleaned up in this area. Get that up there and braced where it ain't going to be sinking in the ground. And where she's setting, I'm going to try to get to this today. Maybe not moved it, but where it's setting at, I'm going to pull this plug out. I'm not sure how much oil's in there. I think it's actually past that cap. So I might pull this one out if my hose is long enough and siphon 10 gallons or so out, put it in the loader. Then if I got more, siphon another 5 or 10 out, because I'm out of fuel in that. Ain't no sense in buying it. I gotta move this anyway. And then eventually I'll be advertising for free oil, and if I don't get enough, I can have the company come once in a while, maybe once a year, and fill me up with fuel, and then I don't have to chase it around to the gas station. But the hydraulic power unit there, this press is what I'm going to split my engines with. And the baler that's in the garage is going to go up in this area, I guess. Or if I move this, it might go up in here. I want to be able to park this pretty close to where it's at. So anyway, it's going to set up here. It's all crushed concrete through here. Some of this parts go to the wheel loader now, but I try to move a lot of this out of here, take it all back. Get something, even a big piece of steel or something down here to set the baler and stuff on. So eventually I want to put a big old yard light out here too, off the fence, and get that door there open so I can bring stuff in and out. Have like some swinging doors that seal up top and bottom, and that's the plan. That goes all the way through, and you can do the same thing on the other side eventually. Back up there the truck and lift an engine up or a barrel full of scrap and run it in the garage and go to work processing it when I get half the junk out of the way. So anyway, Junk and Fool and Debbie over here in Poorville. Hope everybody's having a good day, and hopefully ain't expecting the prices to go up, but hopefully you can find a way to make a buck. Have a great day. Goodbye now.